The Bible Story by Arthur S. Maxwell, Volume 1. Part 4, Story 4, Choosing the Best. The journey out of Egypt was not a happy one. True, Abraham had become very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. So had Lot, who now had many flocks and herds and tents. But there was a different spirit in the caravan. The servants were quarrelsome. When they camped at night, there were angry words and blows. The Bible says there was a strife between the herdmen of Abram's cattle and the herdmen of Lot's cattle. One reason for the trouble was that there was not enough grass to feed so many animals. Quite likely, too, there were not enough wells at which to water them, and the land was not able to bear them that they might dwell together, for their substance was great, so that they could not dwell together. Something had to be done. One couldn't journey to the land of promise with strife in the camp. Now again we see the real greatness of Abraham. Calling Lot to him, he said, so kindly and gently, "Let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee, and between my herdmen and thy herdmen, for we be brethren. Is not the whole land before thee? Separate thyself, I pray thee, from me. If thou wilt take the left hand, then I will go to the right, or if thou depart to the right hand, then I will go to the left." How generous of him! It surely was. Being in charge of the caravan, he could well have chosen the best for himself, but he didn't. Instead, he gave his nephew the chance to choose. What an example to us! Lot didn't deserve such kindness. After all that Abraham had done for him, he should have said, "Dear uncle, you choose first, and I'll gladly take what is left." But he didn't. Instead, Lot lifted up his eyes and beheld all the plain of Jordan, that it was well watered everywhere, even as the garden of the Lord. Then Lot chose him all the plain of Jordan, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves the one from the other. Abram dwelt in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelt in the cities of the plain, and pitched his tent toward Sodom. Looking down from the mountainside upon the beautiful valley below, green and lovely in the morning sunshine, with the silver thread of the river Jordan running through the midst of it, Lot said to himself, "What a wonderful place to live! What fine pasture for my cattle! How rich I shall become down there!" Perhaps, too, as he saw the valley dotted with little villages and the city of Sodom in the distance, he thought how nice it would be to settle down and be comfortable instead of roaming around the country with Abraham. What a good time he could have in Sodom with its fine markets and many places of amusement. He knew very well that Sodom was a wicked city, for everybody was talking about what was going on there. But he felt that it would be all right for him to live there. Nothing would happen to him. It might be dangerous for others, but he would be all right. Anyway, he would take the risk. So Lot made his choice. He chose the plain of Jordan with its fine grazing land, its plentiful water, and its cities, and he pitched his tent toward Sodom. It was the worst thing he could have done, the biggest mistake of his life. Unbeknown to him, that beautiful valley was soon to be a battlefield. The people living in those pretty little villages were soon to be taken captive by invading armies. But as for Sodom, that big tempting city was about to be utterly destroyed by fire. It never pays to be selfish. Sometimes a person who grabs the best for himself may seem to profit for a while, but in the long run he is bound to lose. We should pray for the grace and the greatness of Abraham, who gave first choice to somebody else.